My parents warned me they wouldn't attend my wedding unless I invited my sister, the same sister who had an affair with my boyfriend. What unfolded afterward was something none of us could have anticipated. Growing up in a quiet suburban neighborhood, I always thought my family was the epitome of love and loyalty. My parents, John and Mary, instilled in me and my younger sister Lizzie the value of sticking together no matter what. Lizzie and I, despite our differences, she being the artistic, free-spirited one, and me the studious and cautious type, shared a bond that felt unbreakable. Whispering secrets late into the night in our shared room, we dreamed of futures filled with happiness, love, and success. But life is a way of testing the bonds we hold dearest. And sometimes those bonds snap under pressure. I met Jake during my sophomore year of college. He was everything I had ever dreamed of in a partner: charming, intelligent, and kind. Over countless coffee dates spent debating the merits of classic literature, I fell for him completely. After graduation, we moved in together, building a life filled with shared dreams and mutual respect. Jake became not only my partner, but also a cherished member of my family. Lizzie, meanwhile, had chosen a different path. She pursued her passion for art instead of college, much to the dismay of our parents. Despite their disappointment, I admired her determination. Her visits to our apartment were frequent, and Jake and Lizzie quickly bonded over their shared love of indie music and abstract art. I was thrilled to see two of the most important people in my life getting along so well. But looking back, perhaps I should have seen the signs, the lingering glances, the inside jokes I didn't understand. They were subtle, almost imperceptible, but they were there. One rainy Tuesday, my world shattered. I had left an important presentation file at home and called Lizzie, who was staying with us at the time, to send it to me. Hours later, when I checked my inbox, I found not just the file, but also an email thread Lizzie had accidentally left open. What I read felt like a dagger to the heart. Intimate exchanges and plans for secret meetings between her and Jake. Confronting Jake was agonizing. He initially downplayed the relationship, claiming it was nothing more than harmless flirtation. But as I pressed further, the truth came out: a 6-month affair born out of late-night conversations and shared interests. His apologies, though tearful, felt hollow. I asked him to leave. Facing Lizzie was even harder. When I arrived at her apartment, her face fell the moment she saw me. She admitted everything, saying they hadn't planned it but couldn't resist their feelings. The betrayal cut deeper than words could express. In the aftermath, I moved out of the apartment I had shared with Jake and threw myself into work. Nights were long and lonely, and the weight of betrayal seemed unbearable. Therapy became a lifeline, helping me process the pain and rebuild my sense of self-worth. My parents were devastated. Initially, they tried to mediate, urging me to forgive Lizzie, but I couldn't bear the thought of seeing her. Over time, they stopped pushing, though their sadness was evident. It took nearly a year before I felt ready to open my heart again. Meeting Alex was a breath of fresh air. He was kind, patient, and understanding, never rushing me to heal faster than I was ready. Slowly, he became my rock, helping me envision a future filled with love and stability. Planning my wedding with Alex should have been a joyful experience, but it became a source of tension when my parents insisted I invite Lizzie. They argued that she was family, but I couldn't fathom celebrating such an important day with someone who had caused me so much pain. When I refused, my parents threatened not to attend. The guilt and frustration were overwhelming. Alex stood by me, reminding me that our wedding should be about our happiness, not an attempt to mend irreparable relationships. A turning point came when Lizzie sent me a letter, apologizing for her actions and detailing her struggles since the affair. She admitted to battling depression and alcoholism and shared that she was in rehab, working hard to turn her life around. She didn't ask for forgiveness, only for a chance to make amends. Reading her words stirred a mix of emotions: anger, sadness, and a faint glimmer of hope. After much deliberation, I agreed to meet her. Our conversation was raw and emotional. Lizzie's remorse was genuine, and while I wasn't ready to forgive completely, I felt a sense of closure I hadn't realized I needed. The wedding day was perfect. Surrounded by friends and family who truly cared about us, Alex and I exchanged vows in a beautiful vineyard setting. Lizzie wasn't there, but she sent a thoughtful gift: A bouquet of sunflowers, my favorite. It was a small gesture, but it meant more than I expected. Since then, Lizzie and I have taken small steps toward rebuilding our relationship. We've shared coffee, texted occasionally, and even had dinner with our parents. While things will never be the same, I'm hopeful that we can forge a new bond, one built on honesty and mutual respect. Looking back, I've learned the importance of setting boundaries and prioritizing my well-being. Forgiveness is a journey, not a destination, and it doesn't happen overnight. With Alex by my side, I'm excited about the future we're building together, a future filled with love, resilience, and the promise of new beginnings.